Ladies and gentlemen, here's your EIDL grant and enhanced unemployment payment update for August 25th, 2020. In this video, I'm going to list more crumbling economic indicators and how we're going to use that data to substantiate our demands directly to the Trump administration for the $600 a week boost up in enhanced unemployment payments and the disbursement of the full $10,000 economic injury disaster loan advance to all legitimate small business applicants, ladies and gentlemen, so we can save this country, because no one else is going to do it. Forget what you heard. There are no V-shaped economic recoveries or no V-shaped improving economic indicators as per the administration or any other lawmaker that decides that, listen, we're going to say that everything is awesome so people could stop bugging us about the next round of stimulus. It's not a V-shaped recovery. It's more like an N-shaped plunged or an economic miscarriage, ladies and gentlemen. And forgive me if I offend anyone. Listen, my family endured a miscarriage, and it was the hardest thing that we ever had to encounter in order for us to resolve as a family, ladies and gentlemen. Understand, because it's shaped just like it. You first got the bump, and then the stomach, unfortunately, flatlined, ladies and gentlemen. So now you are witnessing the economic cataclysm right before your very eyes. The National Restaurant Association reported that restaurants suffered a $165 billion loss in sales between the months of March and July, ladies and gentlemen. National iconic retail chains are closing hundreds of locations. Dunkin' Donuts, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Starbucks are all closing hundreds of locations nationwide, amounting to tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands more people that will file for unemployment claims, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, initial jobless claims for the week ending on August 15th jumped by 135,000 more people filing for unemployment insurance, ladies and gentlemen, to 1,106,000 new people filing for unemployment insurance, ladies and gentlemen. They try to make up for the expiration of the $600 a week boost up that ended on July 31st with a $300 a week boost up. First a $400 a week boost up, then 47 states actually declined paying the $100 a week share that states were to contribute, and now it's a $300 a week boost up that may only last anywhere from 4 to 5 weeks. And you know that President Donald Trump is announcing emergency declarations or approving emergency declarations for the states of Louisiana and California in order to provide aid for these states once these natural disasters start hitting them, the fires and the tropical storms and the hurricanes that are slamming Louisiana and the fires slamming California. So if this fund, the disaster relief fund, is exhausted before FEMA can get grants out to states, there are going to be millions of people that will not receive payments through this, quote, enhanced unemployment payment program via the executive order on August 8th, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, as per my previous videos, Yelp, according to its database, announced that a whopping 28,298 restaurants closed its doors as of August 11th. 64% of these restaurants will never open its doors again. They are permanent store closures. A whopping 155,000 stores in the Yelp database have closed their doors. 61% of those businesses are permanently closed, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I tell you, listen to these videos. This is the data that's going to substantiate our demands for the $600 a week, because this comes as a result of allowing for the expiration of the $600 a week boost up and enhanced unemployment insurance and the expiration of support for small businesses through PPP and the economic injury disaster loan advance program. So I'll just recap some more data, and I want you to watch this video to the end because I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm going to reach out directly to the administration. We have a unique opportunity this week for us to reach out and bring this economic cataclysm to the administration's attention, to the top dog among all public officials and lawmakers' attention, so he can support $600 a week boost up and the disbursement of the full $10,000 to all economic injury disaster loan legitimate small business applicants, ladies and gentlemen. So, as I told you yesterday, Indeed.com, the job search website, reported that job listings for workers in the health and wellness industries hairdressers, nail technicians, fitness instructors. Listings for these positions have dropped by 20% on the week ending August 14th when compared with the same period last year. Workforce management application companies, Kronos and Homebase, reported that the businesses that use these applications reporting less hiring, drops in hiring, drops in the number of employees, and drops in hours worked. They've basically slowed and flatlined all the stats that businesses that are using this. Ray Sanza, who is the VP of Data and Analytics over at Homebase, reported that if lawmakers somehow thought that by letting the $600 a week enhanced unemployment benefit expire, people were going to get back to work, he wants to smoke whatever the hell they were smoking, ladies and gentlemen, because it is not happening. This is echoing everything that I've been telling you about, ladies. And that's why I tell you, subscribe to these videos if you haven't done so as yet, because I report what other people will not. If people do not have money to go out and spend, that's less revenue for businesses. Businesses close their doors, or they stop hiring people, or they start laying people off, and you get spikes in initial jobless claims, and you get all of these problems with the economy. Lawmakers, all these people that said the $600 a week boost up and enhanced unemployment payments, it was disincentive to get people back to work. National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow said it himself. He went on record and stated that the administration and GOP lawmakers' contention that the $600 a week boost up was a disincentive to get people back to work, to stop people from getting back to work, was based on anecdotal data, based on a couple of business owners calling them saying that they couldn't hire people back because they're making more money on unemployment insurance than working at the job, than going on payroll, which brings up another problem, ladies and gentlemen, because people are not, and what's the problem with people making more money during a pandemic? That's not accounting for all the overtime people have to do in order to make ends meet, and people just can't get back to work. They're just starting to open up New York City and the rest of these states, ladies and gentlemen. Understand? And the way they're open up, they're trying to force it open. I think it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, an Escalade, it slammed right into a wooden dining setup of a restaurant that tried to open up its business outside. People are eating on the streets, ladies and gentlemen, and now Escalades are slamming into them. 3 people were injured. Minor injuries, nonetheless injured. So I don't know what's going to happen. Everything is in ruins, ladies and gentlemen. It is not what they tell you. It is not as good as it seems. And you see it. You see it yourselves. And now this is the data that substantiates what you are seeing. Quarter-mile long lines at food pantries, all the people that are unemployed, all these businesses that you see closed down, and available office space all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. There are renters, landlords for restaurants that are offering to slash base rent. In other words, they're not going to charge a fixed amount of money in order to charge rent for restaurants, but they would prefer to go ahead and charge a percentage of sales. That's how bad it has gotten, ladies and gentlemen. So now there is a unique opportunity for us to go ahead and reach out to the Trump administration and let them know how this economy is in ruins, it is in shambles, and it is time for them to go out and agree to the $600 a week boost up that Democrats are calling for. And I'm apolitical, but I do know that the $600 a week boost up is something that 62% of swing state voters on both sides of the aisle actually said that they want and they preferred and needed, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go ahead and bring this problem directly to the president, top dog amongst all lawmakers, amongst all public officials, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to visit. Let me just explain to you the opportunity, though, first. Politico.com will be interviewing National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow on Thursday, August 27th at 1 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. So I want you to go ahead and register for this live stream. You register by visiting the following webpage, RNC Powering America's Recovery.splashthat.com. You should see it up in the screen right now. You go ahead and scroll down on the registration form, and in the field labeled "What questions do you have for the panelists?" I want you to write the following question: The American economy is in ruins. The expiration of the $600 per week enhanced unemployment insurance and the EIDL grant is destroying the American consumer and small businesses, as per hundreds of thousands of small business closings and less consumer spending. When will President Donald Trump support the $600 a week enhanced unemployment payments and the full $10,000 EIDL grant for all small business applicants, as per S.4227? The reason that I am confident that this will ensure that these problems get to the attention of the president and that he brings it to the attention of Congress is because, first off, if he is to support the $600 a week boost up and enhanced unemployment insurance, you know that every GOP lawmaker and all these public officials, they'll fall in line and they'll go for it just as well. Ladies and gentlemen, they'll all support it. And that could be a way of compromise in order to get potentially a standalone bill or include that in the next stimulus package, because that, you know, the Democrats already want that. So if we get them in line, if we get the GOP in line and we get them to agree with that, that'll increase the chances that they go ahead and pass that measure and get all the unemployed people the $600 a week boost up as per the CARES Act through July 31st. But this time we want it through January at the very least. Through all next year potentially, because you don't know. This is the problem. We're going through, I tell you, the worst economic disruption that this country has ever faced in its history, ladies and gentlemen. And if the president also talks about S.4227, the disbursement of the full $10,000 economic injury disaster loan advance by the Small Business Administration, if he talks about it, it's going to make news. It's going to get enough attention that lawmakers will work harder in order to pass that measure and get you as a small business owner, a legitimate small business applicant of the EIDL grant program or the EIDL loan program, the grant for $10,000, ladies and gentlemen. And as you know, we've been successful already in opening lines of communication with the press, getting the New York Times to cover S.4227 after I emailed her, getting Politico to cover S.4227 after we all emailed them about it, and she talked to Ben Cardin, and he even talked about working on a program to forgive the economic injury disaster loan. And when I mobilized everybody, I said, listen, let's go ahead and email Politico because they're about to interview Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, and ask her how can she go in piecemeal on subsidies for the post office, $25 billion, and not go in piecemeal for more critical support for the American people through the $600 a week enhanced unemployment benefits and a $10,000 disbursement of the grant, of the EIDL grant to all legitimate small business applicants. Politico didn't directly ask her that. Nonetheless, she addressed the question because she stated the reason that we're making the post office bill standalone is because she did not want to include any provisions or any excuses that, or any provisions that the GOP can take as an excuse in order to reject the bill, ladies and gentlemen. And then she went on to say, as I reported on a previous video, that she would be willing to reach a compromise by slashing the Democrat proposal in half, ladies and gentlemen. So this will get to his attention. Hopefully this will get to his attention, and then we get another step closer to ensuring that the federal government funds and disperses the $600 a week enhanced unemployment payment that they let expire on July 31st, and you see all the negative consequences as a result, and the disbursement of the full $10,000 economic injury disaster loan advance to all legitimate small businesses, demanding that these public officials that we empower help us secure our inalienable rights endowed by our Creator of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Otherwise, we will exercise our duty as per the Declaration of Independence to alter and abolish this government, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Watch this video right here for more economic injury disaster loan, enhanced unemployment payments, stimulus coverage. Click the like button if you like the video. Click the subscribe button to stay on top of my findings. We mobilize like no one else will and stop at nothing until each and every one of you is funded with the monetary ammunition you need to save your families, feed your families, save your small businesses, and save this country. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America and everybody else on this planet. Talk soon.